And welcome back to the SpaceX Creativity Championship. Today we have a new challenger, Tim Toludo. And a little bit about Tim before we get started. At an early age, Tim learned to play with what he had around, and usually that was scrap wood. And hey, if you can keep yourself entertained for hours with scrap wood, you are creative. As you can see here, Tim's creativity is expanded to include other forms of media. And now it's time for the first creativity challenge, child-proofing cabinets. Here we can see that this average ordinary household problem requires some good old-fashioned ingenuity. For this challenge, Toludo will be facing off against one of the historical innovators. First up for the historical innovators will be Lemelson, an engineer famous for over 600 domestic patents. And here is the design submitted by the innovators. Due to materials and placement, unfortunately we see this design is subject to imminent failure. And next up for our first challenge is our new contestant, Tim Toludo. And it looks like for this test, Tim isn't going to the chalkboard, he's going right to what he has on hand. Toludo has the advantage in virtually every category. Toludo wins! And a little bit more about Tim before we move on to our second challenge. Tim has yet to outgrow Legos, but these days you're more likely to catch him sketching on a whiteboard or jotting down some ideas in his design book. While not every idea will make it to fruition, Tim has fun thinking both inside the box and outside of the box, trying to make the world around him a better place. Tim has indicated that someday he'd like to work on the problem of defeating gravity, and would ask what he'd like to take with him if he were stranded on a desert island. He exclaimed, "My color printer!" And now, for today's second challenge, another real-world problem. Owning a gas guzzler with skyrocketing gasoline prices. And first up for the historical innovators is Elon Musk. Musk's approach is to lighten a vehicle, therefore allowing electric drivetrains to be practical in this application. This approach not only benefits the consumer, but also the environment. And next up, our new contestant, Tim Toludo. Toludo's approach is twofold. First, tune the air-fuel ratio to optimize fuel efficiency and emissions. Second, lease an inexpensive EV to keep your cash flow under control. When combining these two solutions, the consumer gets to keep his beloved muscle car and realize the benefits of 55 miles per gallon average. And for the second challenge, Toludo dominates in virtually every category. Toludo wins again. That's all the time we have for today's challenges. We'll catch you next time.